Jesus and his disciples had been around crowds of people for a long time. Now Jesus wanted to spend a little time alone so he could pray. In the evening he told his disciples to get in a boat and row over to the other side of the lake, which is called the Sea of Galilee. The disciples set out in the boat and Jesus went up to the mountainside to pray. The water in the lake was rough. The disciples had to row very hard. Between 3 and 6 o'clock in the morning they had only rowed to the middle of the lake. Jesus had finished praying and he looked out on the lake and saw them trying to row. Actually, this was amazing that Jesus could see 4 or 5 kilometers out in the lake even though it was dark. Jesus began walking out on the water as if it was dry land. He did not swim or tread water. He just walked on top of the water but did not sink. What do you think the disciples thought when they watched him walking by? You guessed it. The disciples were very afraid. They did not think it was Jesus walking by. They thought it was a ghost floating by. They began to scream. When Jesus heard them he called out to his friends, "Take courage. It is I, don't be afraid." Peter couldn't believe his ears. That didn't sound like a ghost. That sounded like Jesus. Maybe it was a trick. Peter decided to test the ghost. "Lord, if it's you," Peter called out, "tell me to come to you on the water." Then he heard Jesus' voice, "Come." Peter got out of the boat and began walking toward Jesus. He was walking on the water just like Jesus was. Then Peter started looking around and noticing all of the waves and wind. He stopped thinking about Jesus and started thinking about the water. Then Peter began to sink in the water. He yelled out to Jesus, "Lord, save me." Jesus reached down and caught Peter. "Peter," he said, "why did you start doubting me? You should always have faith in me." Then Peter and Jesus stepped into the boat and the storm immediately died down. Everyone in the boat worshipped Jesus. They knew it was very important to always have faith in Jesus. Do you have faith in Jesus?